Trump speaks for all of us in Ireland when he says he hates mainstream media, most notably these woke media stations like CNN and these fake news. This one's a good one, guys. It just came out yesterday. Donald Trump brutally tears apart these fake news CNN reporters. It's amazing to see. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. And let's get it, guys.
Specifically, do you think Senate Republicans or House Republicans will have to bend more in order to get the bill at large?
I don't know. We're going to see how it works out. It's a very difficult issue, to be honest with you. It's very difficult, and I understand both sides, but we'll just have to see. Hopefully a compromise or something's going to be made, but it's a very difficult issue. But remember that, people say, what do you think? 68% tax, so all those numbers I told you, how well the economy is doing, it all gets wiped out. You'd have the largest tax increase in history by far, by 3 times, if they don't get the big, beautiful deal. I always say the great, big, beautiful deal. I put the word great in there. They took that out.
It's going to be great, big.
If we get that passed, it'll be the best, one of the greatest pieces. And that's just the beginning of a lot of things that are going to happen. Because we're going to get numbers down, we're going to get them way down. But that's the beginning, that's our big first step. But it's the most important piece of legislation. In terms of dollar value and everything else, there's nothing as big as that. They thought that might be 7 or 8 bills. It's all in one.
Speaking of taxes, starting in July 1st, California is upping the tax on gasoline again per gallon. I mean, that's...
Well, I beat the California mandate. Congress just passed a bill ending it. It was terrible. But they were saying everybody by 2030 has to have an electric car. People don't want it.
Yeah, true. They didn't want electric cars in California. They didn't want any of these things. And the price of petrol is still increasing, so yeah, it's crazy, guys. They don't want electric cars, and these electric cars, they blow up. They're really bad on the side of the road. The batteries get fried. Not good at all, guys. So it's good to see that they're pushing back against that. And price of petrol has been dropping in Ireland significantly. I've noticed that one of the things, it's been dropping massively, the price of petrol, thank God. So
for electric cars, but you have to want one, and right now it's about 7%. But they were forcing everybody to have it.
7% of people want electric cars. That's it? That's ridiculous, guys.
I ended that, and now they're coming out with more. No, in California, we've got some gas stations where just 2 weeks ago it was $1.98, $1.99. We got the gas down below. Now we have this little situation which will drive it up a little bit, but very little, and it's going to come down again. Going to give people a lot of extra money. Groceries are down. Eggs are down, the eggs.
Yeah, eggs were massive. Even eggs in Ireland, lads, they're massively. I used to pay for 12 eggs. How much I used to pay for 12 eggs? I used to pay €2.85. Now they're up near €4 or €5. Crazy. They've doubled in price.
They hit me the first week about eggs. But no, I think that, look, you know what I do whenever I talk about Gavin Newsom? I say, look at the railroad. Look at the railroad. It's not even possible. You think he comes out and sees the construction workers? I don't think so.
I don't think he put an American flag in front of the Capitol.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom, he doesn't like America. He doesn't support the people. He doesn't have an American flag. He doesn't come out and seize the railroaders. He doesn't do anything, guys. A lot of these liberal people, they don't want to see the country do well. They just want to kind of support their own sort of NGO-funded, things, agendas.
Supporters are split on the U.S. response to CNN.
Fake news. Fortunately, nobody watches. Is anybody watching CNN nowadays? I haven't seen it in a long time.
Some of your supporters are...
Dude, that was legendary. You can't really hear because your man's on the angle grinder. You guys can hear the angle grinder in the background. But that was hilarious. CNN, nobody watches you guys. That's legendary.
U.S. response to CNN.
Fake news. Fortunately, nobody watches. Is anybody watching CNN nowadays? I haven't seen it in a long time.
Some of your supporters are wary of the U.S. getting involved in another foreign war. And some believe that we should support.
Do you ever ask a positive question? My supporters are more in love with me today, and I'm in love with them more than they were even at election time, where we had a total landslide.
True.
We had, we won all 7 swing states. Did CNN report that? We won all 7 out of 7, which everyone said would be almost impossible. We won by millions of votes. We won 2,750 districts versus 505 districts. Think of that, 2000.
Bro, Donald Trump is on smoke today, guys. He's ready for war today. This is crazy. He said, "Do you ever ask a positive question? Why are you all so damn negative?" Bullshit.
1,750 versus 505. And CNN,
I think what she might be alluding to is the base is going to stay with you regardless. And you've gone through different tests, regardless. But some of the people in the base don't want a long-term war. They're afraid that we're going to get into a long-term war.
we're looking for a long term. Yeah, we're looking. I only want one thing. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. That's it. I'm not looking long term, short term. And I've been saying that for 20 years. I've been saying it as a civilian who got a lot of publicity. People would cover it. Very simply, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. That's it. It's not a question of anything else. And if you did, you wouldn't have much of a country because they would use it on us and they'd use it on other people and they'd be a terror all over the world.
So the reason why people are split is because 50% of people are supporting Palestine or Israel, 50% of people are supporting Iran, of his voter base. They don't want to get into a war, whatever. He's saying we might get into it, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of conflict there, guys, that might happen. Okay, so he got kind of triggered there. I could tell. Obviously, everybody could tell.
So I may have some people that are a little bit unhappy now, but I have some people that are very happy, and I have people outside of the base that can't believe that this is happening. They're so happy. And there was a poll that just came out today that my approval rating is the highest it's ever been. All I'm doing is saying you can't have a nuclear weapon. And I tried to do it nicely, and then on day 61 I said, let's go, because we can't let that happen. And I've been saying it for 20 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm going to leave. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.
That's it's amazing to see. So basically, like I said, there's conflict in the Middle East. They're bombing each other. Iran and Tel Aviv are bombing each other, and it's a massive conflict, guys, because nobody knows really what's going to happen there. And Trump is saying that he's taking the side of course, Tel Aviv, and they don't want this huge war. And yeah, it's unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable. Hopefully, there's no war. Hopefully, they don't try and take sides or anything like that, because everyone is saying if Trump intervenes, in the way that he wants to with Iran and stuff, then he's a sellout. Then the whole MAGA movement is dead and this kind of thing. But CNN are trying to just undermine him, guys, because that probably won't happen. That probably won't happen. I'm not entirely up to date on what American politics, but Trump has always been anti-war, saying he doesn't want people to have nuclear weapons, things like that. Because, if Iran was to have nuclear bombs and drop it on people, it wouldn't be good, guys. It would not be a good day for anybody in the Western world, to be perfectly honest. But of course, the other country kind of started it, guys. A lot of these countries are in conflict. It's crazy. So yeah, that whole situation is absolutely insane. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about that. If you guys are MAGA, do you support that country or this country? What do you support, and what do you think is correct when it comes to that? I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Peace.